following show is a paid program.
This is the Legendary Whispers. Join us on the Cam Hill Show, Monday, August 10th. Be there.
Hey, family. Thank you for joining on today. We are with the Legendary Whispers. 50 plus years in the industry, 33 top 10 hits, 20 Billboard charted albums, over 5 decades. We have Walter Scott and Wallace Scott with us on today. Hey, guys.
How you doing, Cam?
Hey, how you doing? 5 decades.
Oh, who would have thunk it, huh?
There is no way. You all don't even look 50 plus. What have you guys been doing?
Oh, man, we've been blessed, Cam. That's all I can say to you.
I tell you, Walter Scott, and we call him Scotty. His name's Wallace, but Scott, how you doing on today? How have you survived 5 decades together with your group? We want to say Lavelle Degree. He's not here, but he's part of the trio.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Cam, when we started in Jordan Downs Projects in Watts over 50 years ago,
yes,
we never dreamed that we'd be here 54 years later.
Wow.
But it's due to a lot of people. I think we need to start with probably Dick Griffey, the guy that owned Solar Records. He gave us a unique education about the music business.
Mm-hmm.
He made us understand the importance of the business part. He said it's called show business, but there's a show part and there's a business part.
Right.
And we concentrated in the early years on the business part. And later on, it just came, it came to benefit us. We learned, we know all about publishing, copyrights, royalties, and we always understood our value.
Mm-hmm.
So from that standpoint, from the business standpoint, we were able to kind of withstand the going-ons of what happens in the music business. We tell young people all the time, this is a business that will really spit you out because it's very cruel.
Yes.
And if you don't know the business part of it, you will get ate up and spit out.
Absolutely.
And we were very fortunate. We hung around. We had some hit records, which helped a lot. And lo and behold, next thing you know, we're here over 50 years, basically.
Oh, my God. Wow. Scotty, jump right in here. Let's talk about that part, about the business part that you even understood at that point, all through the years at this point. Mm-hmm.
Well, we were like most young groups. We were young. I hate to say it, but a little ignorant about things, different set of priorities. Back then, we were really more concerned about the show part of it, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
When we were younger, had we been more interested in the business part, things might have turned out a little different. But thanks to the man upstairs, it turned out pretty good anyway. He just allowed us to be here all this time, him and our fans. As a matter of fact, that's the key word I would say.
Yes.
That the big reason why we're still here people believed in us and stuck with us, our fans especially. And lo and behold, like Walt said, hey, we've outlived. We're still here thanks to our fans and the man upstairs.
Absolutely. I want to give a little tidbit about the two of you all. One was 2 minutes before, was born 2 minutes before, and had to go off to the military.
Right. Yeah, most people don't even realize that if you're twins, the military can only take one of you.
Wow.
And unfortunately for me, I came out 2 minutes early, so that I ended up being the one that they took. So yeah, I went in and did my bit for the United States of America. Very proud of that, as a matter of fact.
Mm-hmm.
But I spent 2 years in the military, a year in Vietnam, and I was proud to serve my country.
Absolutely. And then, Scotty, you were holding it down here. You were still in music at that time, and you all were still, with your group.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, while Walt was gone, we sort of advanced ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
I think Walt said earlier, the good Lord know which one he should take. I don't think I wouldn't have made it in the military, according to what my brother was telling me.
Yeah.
So of course he was the one that paid the dues, but I was back here keeping the music thing going.
Mm-hmm.
And like he said, little did I know that it was going to go. We would end up going all over the world.
Yes.
And I wouldn't have. Well, we dreamed it and we wanted it, but
Mm-hmm.
we didn't think it was going to happen, but it did.
Absolutely. You spoke of the business part of it, and let's speak to young people about that business part of it and how it has, many have gone bankrupt, many have lost everything, many have been one-hit wonders, as some people call them. Many, where they had that one hit and they've spent all of their, the money and things like that.
That's right.
But they were not able to read contracts. They didn't read those or understand them and had no representation.
That's exactly right. And that's what, we used to go to high schools. We still do somewhat.
Yes.
And we tell young people to know your value, know how important it is to know what you're truly worth.
Mm-hmm.
And when we came up back in the day, though, along with not having a lot of education, you had no clout.
Right.
Record companies were in a position to put you into where, if you've never had the exposure, and they kind of knew that,
Mm-hmm.
you kind of had to do what they wanted to do, whether you liked it or not, if you really wanted the exposure. But what they really capitalize on is the show part.
Mm-hmm.
Young people, if you tell them, hey man, you're gonna go on stage and you're gonna hear the young girls yell and you get to do your show. Well, if you're young, that means more to you than royalties.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what should mean the most to you is royalties, not going on stage getting somebody to yell and scream.
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of knew at an early age that it was very important to understand what a royalty is.
Mm-hmm.
What is copyright?
Right.
What is publishing? That all of that means one thing: ownership. How
Mm-hmm.
much of you do you own?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And we would tell young people all the time, know your worth. If you put out a product that grosses $10 million and they only give you $50,000 of the 10 million, you got to know that something's wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
So now you ask yourself, how can I get more of the 10 million that was made?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What's a fair percentage of that 10 million that was gross? How much, from an honest standpoint, do I deserve of that?
Mm-hmm.
And so then you ask yourself, how influential am I? How much can I get?
Mm-hmm.
Before they tell me either you take this or you take nothing. Well, you have to make a decision. So in most cases with young people, they started in the beginning. They say, we got to take it. We have no other alternative. That's the only way we get the exposure. But if you're in it long enough, you're finally going to reach a point where you do have some clout. And you can say, now, if we make $10 million, I want 4 million of it. I want 5 million of it. Do I deserve 60% of it? And that's what knowing about business is. And believe me, young people, especially young Black people, they don't take the time in the early stages, because you can go all over this country.
Mm-hmm.
You can find young people that can sing all day long. We know how to sing.
We know how to sing.
We don't know how to capitalize on what that singing brings.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's where the business part comes in. So we talk to young people all the time and we tell them, yeah, it's called show business, but learn the business part first. You already got the show.
Right.
Most people don't even have to tell you how to perform. But learn about the business part. That's the most important part.
I love when you say that, because many times now what the new thing is, they give you an advancement. And once they give them an advancement, they've gone to the Bentley place, they've gone to Rolls Royce, and they've gone to Mercedes and Gucci, Louis Vuitton and all, and they've got their advancement.
Yeah, exactly. But little did you know, that advance that you got went on to make $100 million.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And so you got the Bentley, but the $100 million is kind of skipped you by.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? But
well, I want to jump in because you're leaving out one important part. Everything that Walt said, there is one word that covers it all. It's called education.
Yes.
Educate yourself. And I hate to say this, it's generational. In our day, like you're saying, the Bentley and the Rolls Royce, as bad as that is, at least that's better than a closet full of tennis shoes.
Yes.
What happens today? We done went from the Bentley to the tennis shoes and the things that really don't matter.
Right.
If you want to know the truth.
That's true.
So the point is, if you go back to that one word, and we should have did it, but we didn't, which is why we can tell young people, please educate yourself.
Yes.
If you do that, you can cover all the bases that we just talked about a few seconds ago, because it'll tell you. Dick Griffey told us, the first thing he said to us that I feel that was the most important thing is know your value. Well, you have to know what value is first. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't know how much if there's 10 million made, if you have no education at all, look like your common sense will say, at least give me half of it. As opposed to none of it. Yes. Which is what happened back when we were coming up. But today, I can honestly say that due to our young rappers, they were a little bolder and had a little more balls than we did, excuse my French, because they at least said, we want to own ours. We were brought up in a generation that says, we're going to do what we're told, when we're told, and we're going to be very obedient, and we're not going to have no sense. Right. The younger rappers didn't come from that direction. They came from a situation of, whether I know it or not, I know what I want. And either you give me that, or we'll have nothing at all. So that's where we are today, as far as I'm concerned.
I love that.
Well, can I expound a little bit longer on what the rappers did, though? They had the gumption to say, before I give it all to you, I'll sell it out of the trunk of my car.
Right.
Because they understood that we're all after exposure.
Right.
And to their credit, the young rappers said, you know what? If I have to sell it out of the trunk of my car to get exposure, that's what I'll do before I let you take the word exposure and take everything I own. So my cap's off to the young people of today. Right. Because most of these young people today, the word ownership, they own everything that they've got. Right. And that's what, had we had the opportunity, we didn't have the opportunity in the 60s and the 70s to do that. Record companies dominated. If you wanted exposure, you had to go along with what they wanted you to do, or else you didn't get no exposure. Well, the young rappers came along and said, oh no, I'll get exposure. I'll go through my own neighborhood and sell it out of the trunk of my car and do just as well and own it. That's the key, ownership. So to their credit, man, I have to give it to them. I take my hat off to them.
I love that. I love that. We'll talk a little bit about Dick Griffey, but I want to show something to you guys. I want us to see just you all in action a little bit. Let's do that. Let's do that now. And then we'll go to break.
Yeah. Everybody put your hands together. Let's go back right here. Ow. Come on. Ow. Hey. Here we go. Come on. When time gets up, you want to give it up. Just give it and go like that. Ow. I got no time, no Just keep on loving me. Ow, come on. Just keep on loving me. Loving me. Ow. Can y'all give me that? Hey, Scotty. Ow. I need it. Let me hear you. Hey, Scotty. Say what the hell's that mean? That means I never give up a girl that's good to me. She gon' love me. Ow. Come on. Well, just keep on loving me. Loving me. Party.
Hey guys, what did you all think about that? What you think about that?
Oh man, boy.
Sometimes I have to pick myself and make sure is that me or is that him or it's real.
You threw one in on us there, boy. Let me
I
tell
love
you.
it. I love it. Let's do this. Let's take a break and we'll be right back.
We'll be right back to the Cam Hill Show after these messages.
Houston's only Cadillac to your door dealer, Ron Carter Cadillac, delivers test drives to your home or office. For a limited time, get $16,000 off all in-stock Cadillac 2019 XT5 crossovers and $19,000 off all in-stock 2019 CT6 sedans. Or experience the first ever 2020 Cadillac XT6 Premium Luxury Collection, only $519 with $1 down for 39 months lease. Or purchase and receive 0.9% APR for 72 months with no payments until November. RonCarterCadillac.com.
When it comes to protecting yourself and your partners, all the information out there can be overwhelming. Visit our website. We are a free and confidential service striving to help you stay informed and stay notified. We are committed to a healthy Houston.
Houston's only Cadillac to your door dealer, Ron Carter Cadillac, delivers test drives to your home or office. Drive the new 2020 Cadillac XT4, only $399 a month, or the new 2020 XT5, only $429 a month, both for 39 months lease with just $1 down. Or purchase the XT4 or XT5 and enjoy 0.9% APR for 72 months with no payments until November. RonCarterCadillac.com.
Have you been injured in an 18-wheeler accident, truck accident, car accident? Was someone texting and ran into the back of you, not paying attention? It doesn't matter what it is. Give me a call, Attorney Willie Powles. We'll fix it today. The number is 281-881-2457. Again, that number is 281-881-2457. We'll fix it today. Call Attorney Willie Powles.
And now back to the Cam Hill Show.
Hey, we are back with the legendary Whisperers. We are back with Walter and Scotty. Hey, guys, how's it going? Surprised you a little bit.
Great, absolutely, yes, you did. No, you surprised us more than a little bit.
We were talking a little bit earlier about social justice and the injustice of what's happening right now. Let's jump right into that and let's talk about what's been happening, the George Floyd situation, and it's been going on for a long time, and you all have seen it 5 decades. You've seen that.
Yeah, it all started with the Watts riots back in 1965, if
Yeah.
you remember.
Mm-hmm.
We had a tremendous riot in Watts, and it just so happened I was drafted in April of 65, so I watched the Watts riots from Vietnam.
Mm-hmm.
And it was incredible watching that because I was trying to tell the people that was in Vietnam with me at the time why this happened and some of the things that took place to make this kind of thing happen. I mean, as a young teenager in Watts, it was nothing to be stopped by the police
Mm-hmm.
and basically embarrassed. You know,
Mhm.
there was no protect and serve. I mean,
Right.
the average black young teenager in Watts, if you were stopped by the police, the first thing you were going to be told was to spread your arms and get on the ground or get on the hood. In fact, there was an attempt to just embarrass you. So, the parents would always say we had to tell our kids how to act. You have to do what they tell you. But so when we saw this knee on the neck of George Floyd, oh man, it was just so incredible. I mean, it hurt so bad to watch it, but it wasn't something new. It's just so that God made it to where all of a sudden we all have cameras.
Right.
We got to see it with our own eyes. And I think some of our friends who are white, they got to see kind of what we had been telling them.
Right.
All the time. This wasn't nothing new for you and people, Cam, me and you and Scotty.
Right.
We knew this had been going on for years.
Yeah.
So it wasn't no surprise to us. But what was so exciting about what happened with George Floyd, as would have it that day, the pandemic was at its, right in the middle, and we all were at home to see that.
Right.
Everybody got to watch it.
Exactly.
And it really I really think what we're watching now, Cam, is a changing of the guard. I mean, you remember back in the day, it was mostly black people demonstrating and rioting.
Yes.
But today, we see black, brown, yellow, Asian, red. And it's so exciting, man, to see this, because it's like saying, we were trying to tell you this.
Right.
I mean, I watched Walter Scott. I couldn't believe this when I saw him shot in the back.
Yeah.
And I said, Scotty, my name is Walter Scott.
Yes.
And I got to see a man shot running away from the police.
Right.
And shot in the back. I got to see it with my own eyes.
Right.
And man, I mean, when you see these kind of things, man, some white people think they can't understand. You never get over that.
Right.
Not ever. But now we're in the midst of something that's taking place. I really think that it can't be stopped.
Yeah.
I think we're in the process of watching this country change.
Yes.
And I'm just so excited about it. This is why we had to sing this song. And you said it in the beginning, man. I'm thank you for saying those first two words, man. How long are we going to argue and how long are we going to fight?
Yes.
When will we try to change the wrong to right?
Yes.
Man, it just can't be said no better. That's what it's all about now.
Absolutely. Scotty, you want to say something?
Well, I want to tell you how this song actually came about. You just played videos and stuff that we were doing in the past. And it's been about 14, 15 years since we've had an actual new record.
Yes.
And we were in the process we were excited about coming with new material, and it's time after 14 years.
Yes.
But lo and behold, we see George Floyd with a knee in his neck.
Yes.
We said, oh, no, we have to change courses here now. Instead of, we were going to still come with a new record, but this record has to be talking about what we're seeing again for the umpteenth time. This wasn't the first time. We didn't see nobody with a knee in his neck, but it was just as bad back in the 60s.
Yes.
Here it is again.
Yes.
And lo and behold, the bass player in our band wrote a song back in 1983 called How Long? And when we heard the song and heard the lyrics, we said, oh my God, the man upstairs has sent this song to us, because we got to record it and put it out and let people hear it. It's a very simple message. How long we fuss, how long we fight, how long is it going to take us to change the wrong to right? The answer is love. Now, that may be too simple for some people, but it's the truth. That's where the man upstairs works. He don't make it complicated. It's very simple. What can change this is love. And that's what the song is basically saying. If you humble enough, you can change things simply by treating everybody the way you want to be treated. And I say this, thank God for music and cell phones.
Yes.
Because of cell phones, we can now see what we as black people been knowing all our lives.
Right.
It's not just the whispers of Cam that knows it. Most black people know this been going on for years.
Yes.
But now, because of that cell phone,
yes,
like my man said, it's being filmed.
It is. It's being filmed.
So now we have something to go along with.
Absolutely. Let's look at How Long.
Grandpa, what's happening?
What's happening, Mila, is what's been happening for
years and years and years.
It's time for change.
How long will we argue? How long will we fight? When will we have the unity to change the wrong to right? Don't you know love is the answer to all our misery? Won't you take my hand today? Tomorrow we'll be free. Will we take to find ourselves again? Won't you tell me about it? Be strong for the master plan, for the master plan. Because there's light on the other side of your reality, with the winds that blow are for you to lead, and the universe is for all to see.
Hey guys, what about that?
Oh,
Man,
wow.
Cam, let me tell you, my brother, you lighten it up today. That
We
is so
lighten it up
beautiful.
today.
Thank you so much, man. I can't thank you enough.
Absolutely. We got one more thing that I want to tell people right this moment. We are 15 people. I'm doing this. We're going to give away that song to 15 people that email me at cam@thecamhillshow.com right now. 15
Oh, that's so
people,
beautiful.
we're going to buy that right now for you. So cam@thecamhillshow.com, email me your email and you've got it. The top 15 people.
That's so beautiful.
Hey,
That
Isn't
is so
Cam,
beautiful.
Cam, let me add to what Walt said before. I don't want to run out of time before we say to you,
Yes.
thank you so much, my man, for giving us this platform. It's very, very important. We do not take it for granted.
Oh,
And that means we can look at you like us. We're all doing our part to help our people.
absolutely.
And Cam, thank you for letting us have this opportunity, man, to tell our people what to do. First of all, please go out and vote so we
Yes.
can get gentlemen out of office.
Yes.
we need it's time to go, my brother. You know
He
what I'm
got special
saying?
names for this president. He can't be talking.
You're right about that.
Go out and vote. Don't. This is one time. Vote like it's your life, because it is
Right.
your life.
It is your life. It is your life.
It is.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's the truth. That's the truth. Scotty Walter, jump right in here. Let's talk about voting. Yeah, let's talk about it.
Well, as we, we're in music, but like as we got older, we started to follow the politics.
Yes.
And I think if most people understood, I know you do, Cam, because
Yeah.
you make it your business.
Mm-hmm.
It is so important to be involved in what's going on in this country right now.
Yes.
And when they say elections have consequences,
Mm-hmm.
they mean that.
Mm-hmm.
Because look at what's happening right now as we speak.
Yes.
There's gridlock in the Congress. We can't get anything done.
Mm-hmm.
That's because the Senate has their majority,
Right.
which is Republicans,
Mm-hmm.
and the Congress has their majority, which are Democrats.
Mm-hmm.
And that's gridlock.
Yes.
This time we have an opportunity to make it where this country stands as one.
Right.
And so when Scotty tells you to vote like your life depended on it,
Yeah,
your life does depend on it.
it does.
Because I tell people all the time, they don't think so. People say, man, well, it's not going to affect me one way or the other. That is not true.
Mm-hmm.
It affects you in more ways that you can ever think of.
Yes.
You don't think that you're at the table when decisions are being made, but when you vote, you are at the table when big decisions are being made.
Yes.
So we got to get out there this time.
Yeah.
We got to vote like we've never voted before.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with that. I absolutely agree with that. We have to stand in line. We have to find out where we're supposed to go, and we need to vote early, and we need to vote early. We need to vote.
Right.
Not only that, we need to go pick people up. We need to do whatever
That's
we
right.
need to do to get there.
Yeah, however we can get them there. That's I think
Exactly.
it's very wonderful. The NBA players are doing something that I'm just so proud of, man. They're using these arenas now to make it to where people can come to the arena where they can use the social distancing,
Right.
so you can vote.
Exactly.
I mean, everything is being put on the line. That's how important it is this time.
Absolutely.
We've got to get this man out of office.
Yes.
I mean, we've never seen anything like it.
Mm-hmm.
He threatens the Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hey, there's no limit to what he will do.
Right.
So we got to get him out of there.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
And here's the other thing: as Black people, ask yourself one simple question: Why is it that they do not want you to vote?
Right.
That in it to tell you, you don't have to know a lot about politics, but the fact that they're trying so hard to keep you from voting should tell you it's a reason for it.
Yes.
So this time, don't let the rain, don't let the snow, don't let nothing. Like I said, it's your life.
Absolutely.
You got to get this man out of here.
Absolutely. The other thing that we need to talk to African Americans about is that we've got to unite and support each other. I love what you say. When will we have the unity? When will we come together and be united? The reason is, African Americans spent over $1.9 trillion last year ourselves, us. We were the consumers. We did that.
Do you know what that kind of money what kind of clout that money brings if you stick together?
Exactly.
I mean, you got to use it to where it works for us.
Exactly.
That's amazing to me. That
1.9 trillion, not trillion dollars we spent.
Oh my, that's incredible.
We did that in 19. In 18, we did $1.5 trillion. We did. We did that. And that's why people don't want us to unite. They do not want us to unite because if we pull together, we can buy the debt of America. We can buy it.
That's exactly right. Yeah, absolutely. There's nothing like sticking together, man. There's nothing like it having unity. But you know what? I'm going to say something that might piss people off, but I got to say it. When you say stick together, that means sticking together, not killing each other.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Say it again.
Our young people.
Yes.
We don't need to be walking around trying to kill each other.
Exactly.
Or going in neighborhoods saying you can't come on this corner and I can't come on. That doesn't make any sense. We have to stick together. We have to. That number that you just gave,
we have to.
What kind of clout that gives us as a people?
Yes. We have to stick together. If we stuck that's what people do not want us to stick together. If we stuck together, that's respect. If we took our $1.9 trillion and said, oh, by the way, we're not spending it, that's the respect.
That's exactly right.
Exactly.
That's exactly right.
That's your credibility.
That's credibility. That's credibility. How long, and that's what I love about your song, how long will we do this? How long will we continue to argue, and how long will we continue to fight amongst each other also?
That's, oh man.
Oh my God.
Cam, back in the 60s.
Yeah.
Go right ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, back in the 60s.
Back in the 60s, man, we had a song called Seems Like I Gotta Do Wrong Before They Notice Me.
Yeah.
And it was the same kind of message.
Yeah.
We were asking this country, what can we do to make you know what kind of pain that we're in?
Yes.
And that's what that song was about.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are, the same thing. We're asking the question.
Yes.
How long is it going to take us?
Yeah.
And but the good Lord, he's in charge of all of it.
Yes.
Believe me.
Yes.
He runs everything.
Yes.
And lo and behold, we got phones, we got cameras, so everything can be seen.
Yes.
What's so great about the young people of the day that we didn't have?
Mm-hmm.
Not only do you have the phone, but you can go to that phone and Google. Nobody can tell you something that you can't check it out yourself.
Right.
They can no longer lie to you and tell you about. You can go to your phone and go to Google and find out whatever it is that you want to know.
Right.
We didn't have that in the 60s,
but
the good Lord has brought it about to where now nobody can hide. You can't run and hide anymore.
Right.
The truth is going to come out whether you like it or not.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. I love that. And talking about the music business, coming back to that, you're right. They can look things up. They can look, I call it YouTube University.
That's exactly right. That's right. You can Google anything you want.
That's exactly right. There's no more excuses. You're right.
No more excuses.
All you got to do is, you know what? Look at Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Oh, yeah.
Look what they've done.
Exactly.
They own everything. They run things. They don't go to nobody and ask them nothing.
Yes.
They do what they want. That's what if you want to live in a country that has democracy and freedom,
yes,
that's democracy and freedom.
Yes.
That's what the young people have that we didn't have. And I tell you, I admire them from afar, man. I think it's so incredible because they're taking it and running with it in the right way. It's very important that you do that.
But I love what you all are doing too. I love the fact of your synergy with your trio. I love the fact that you still come out. You didn't replace anyone. You didn't add anyone. You kept going and you kept going together. I love that. You still have the choreography that you always had. You still have the ballads and you still bring everything together with class.
Oh man, let me tell you, I'm so proud of the generation that we came from. You know, Cam, you remember the Temptations.
Oh, yeah.
And the dramatic. I mean, these brothers would come out, they're stepping.
Yes.
I mean, that right today, you know, we usually work about 8 months out of the year before the pandemic took place. And we don't make no shortcuts.
Right.
We come out stepping.
Yes.
We come out well rehearsed.
Yes.
And the other thing that's different, now this is where me and the young people probably disagree a little bit. There's a humility with our show.
Yes.
Where the young people, they kind of arrogant. You know what I'm saying? I want everybody that comes to the Whisper Show to know that we appreciate you paid money to come see us.
Yes.
To get dressed up. So the very least that we can do is come out and be just like you and let you know that we appreciate everything it is that you're doing for us.
Yes.
That's the generation that we're from. No question about it. I mean, man, I mean, it was a battle, but it was a friendly battle. You know, we battled the OJs and we battled the Temptations, but man, it was all about good entertainment. And right today, that's where it stands.
Absolutely.
Hey, Walt, let me say, for those Whisper fans who really following, we have a song, and the album is called For Your Ears Only. But on that album, it's a song called The Whispers Love You Too. That will tell you exactly how we feel about you. We know there's a line in this. We know money don't grow on trees. I'll just tell you that much. Listen to the song and it'll tell you the rest. And the other thing we left out, Walt, is very important. The young man, even though he's not from our generation, that wrote this song, Magic Mendez, out of Atlanta, one of the greatest arrangers, producers, writers. He's the one that came up with this song, Cam, back in 1983.
Wow.
That's when this song was written.
Asking the question.
How the man upstairs works. Here we are today. He wrote this in 83 and it's working in 2020.
Wow.
So Magic Mendez, my brother, thank you so much. I don't know, being as young as you, I don't know how you came up with that, but I want to thank you.
Right. And he wrote how long?
Yes.
He wrote how long?
Right.
Wrote it, arranged it, produced it, everything.
Wow.
And you know what, Kev? Let me tell you, this was so funny. We were so eager to get this out because this happened back in April. We had to really wear masks and sing the song. Now, Lavelle lives in Las Vegas. So we called Lavelle. We said, man, you got to get down here. We got to sing. We got to record this song. So we're going to put you on a plane. Lavelle said, no, you're not either. I'm not getting on no plane. He said, I'll get in my car and I'll drive to LA and we can sing this song. And that's what he did. We recorded this song in Scotty's garage wearing masks.
Wow.
We'd go out, I'd do my lead part, take the mask off, sing on the mic, put the mask back on. Lavelle would come do his background parts with his mask on, take it off, do his part, put the mask back on, because we wanted to get this song out right now. That's how important it was to us.
Yeah.
And man, thank God we got it done, and I'm so proud of it.
Me too. What we're going to do, let's take a break real quick, and we'll be right back with the legendary Whispers.
We'll be right back to the Cam Hill Show after these messages.
When it comes comes to protecting yourself and your partners, all the information out there can be overwhelming. Visit our website. We are a free and confidential service striving to help you stay informed and stay notified. We are committed to a healthy Houston.
Houston's only Cadillac to your door dealer, Ron Carter Cadillac, delivers test drives to your home or office. Drive the new 2020 Cadillac XT4, only $399 a month, or the new 2020 XT5, only $429 a month, both for 39 months lease with just $1 down. Or purchase the XT4 or XT5 and enjoy 0.9% APR for 72 months with no payments until November. RonCarterCadillac.com.
Have you been injured in an 18-wheeler accident, truck accident, car accident? Was someone texting and ran into the back of you, not paying attention? It doesn't matter what it is. Give me a call, Attorney Willie Powles. We'll fix it today. The number is 281-881-2457. Again, that number is 281-881-2457. We'll fix it today. Call Attorney Willie Powles.
Houston's only Cadillac to your door dealer, Ron Carter Cadillac, delivers test drives to your home or office. For a limited time, get $16,000 off all in-stock Cadillac 2019 XT5 crossovers and $19,000 off all in-stock 2019 CT6 sedans. Or experience the first ever 2020 Cadillac XT6 Premium Luxury Collection, only $519 with $1 down for 39 months lease. Or purchase and receive 0.9% APR for 72 months with no payments until November. RonCarterCadillac.com.
And now back to the Cam Hill Show.
Hey, we are back with my friends, Walter and Scotty. Hey, guys.
What's going on?
I'm having a great time. I'm telling you, we have been talking about the social injustice. We have been talking about your music. And we always talk about how you continue to survive this. Now that we're in the pandemic, what would you tell young people that are trying to go from local to mainstream?
Well, it's tough right now. You know, you have to, this is a great time. What we say to young people, this is a great time to really go into your woodshed, write you some songs, you know, and, you know, there's a lot of streaming going on. You know, we've been offered a lot of opportunities to go, you know, to stream shows. We haven't really decided to do that. In fact, we kind of think that actually from now through December, I don't really think there's going to be much live performances going on. So this is a great time for young people to write your songs, do your productions, and be ready to come out probably January, February of 21. But, you know, don't give up on your craft. This is a great time. You got plenty of time to learn whatever it is that you're trying to learn. And this is where the dedication can come in, as far as I'm concerned.
Absolutely. Scotty, what do you feel?
Well, I would like to say to the young people who you also have an opportunity to keep your older people alive. Because I understand it's very difficult for some of the young people to want to go by the rules and regulations of staying in. But if staying in will keep your grandparents around, your mother, your father, get your priorities straight.
Yeah.
So this is, put that first, you know, because that's kind of what I see going on. I think there's some young people who feel like, we know even if we get it, it's not going to kill us. Well, you're right about that, but it will kill someone that you love. So I would say this is the time that you need to get your priorities straight for your grandparents, your parents, your older people who mean a lot to you. Think about them. And I know it's tough, but bite the bullet and help them.
Absolutely. So wear your mask, you're saying.
You know,
do social distancing.
Yes, absolutely. I never thought I would live to be where trying to save your life would go into a political thing. I mean, this is incredible to me, to where I have people saying, you know, when I heard this explanation, I said to myself, now, if you put on a mask, it doesn't necessarily protect you, but it protects somebody else. Well, to me, that is the most beautiful thing in the world. You're thinking of someone other than yourself. So for somebody to make it political to not to wear a mask,
right?
I mean, I can't understand that, Cam. I mean, it bothers me to the umpteenth that we've gotten into a political stance about wearing masks when it can save people's lives. I mean, I just do not understand. This is why, back to the politics, man, we got to get this man out of here.
Yes.
I mean, you got the commander in chief when he stands up in front of this country and has no mask on. What is the rest of the country to think?
Right.
What is the rest of the world to think? You know what I'm saying? In other words, the mask can help protect you and someone else. Why would you be considered enough to want to do that? I don't get that. Do you?
I don't. And the first thing people say is, you're taking my rights away. I can decide on my own what I want to do.
I don't get that.
Yeah.
If I'm trying to show you that I'm considerate of you by wearing this mask, how am I trying to take your rights away?
Right.
You understand? I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. You know, so like Scotty said, man, you know, it might not hurt you as a young person, but believe me, it can hurt somebody that you care a lot about. So that's the least that you can do is put on a mask.
Right.
And go and the social distancing. I mean, I don't like it either. But hey, we're trying to save people that we love.
Right. Scotty?
Well, you said it better than me. Wear your mask, wash your hands, practice social distancing. I mean, all of these things that can help. I mean, I'm going to just be straight. Some people may not want to say it like this, but whoever is telling you not to wear a mask, they're killing you, as far as I'm concerned. Because whether you want to say it or not, you can literally die. You can die from this. That's the key. Nobody seems to want to say that. But when the president tells you to come into a building that can kill you and you stupid enough to go in there, I almost want to say, well, who should we really blame?
Yeah.
But regardless to that, that's what it means. If you're not going to wear a mask, it's okay if you want to go, but you can't take 10 other people with you. You know, if your personal situation affects me and Cam and other people, now we got a problem.
Right.
So that's why I say get your priorities straight. We need to do that as Black people anyway. Cam said it earlier. Unity. We need to help one another. We need each other more than we do anything. If we do that, the man upstairs will do the rest.
Yes, absolutely. I want to jump in here and also say, if we don't think it's serious, why do they say, hey, when they take, for instance, me to the hospital, but my family can't go, I got to go by myself?
There it is.
If that's not serious, you can't go. You can't go.
No.
Yeah, you know, we went through that. I mean, I'd share this with you. My wife and I, she lost her brother.
Yeah.
And we had to bury him and we couldn't be present. Now you think about that.
Think about that.
That is a horrible situation. We couldn't be present to see him leave it. And when he died, we could not be present.
Right.
Because of COVID-19.
There you go.
So, I mean, I don't know what else to say, man. I mean,
I don't either.
You want to be, it's just something that you know you need to do.
Right.
No question about it.
Now, if that's not serious, what's serious?
I don't know what is.
People can't go. Now, that's serious.
Yeah.
Even if they come pick you up at the ambulance. It was a friend of mine. Her husband was picked up at the ambulance. And they told her, you can't even get in the ambulance with us and go. You can't come to the place. That's the last time she saw him.
Wow. That is, if that don't speak volumes, I don't know what does.
I don't either. I don't either.
No question about it. No, we have every opportunity, man. You know, as Black people, man, you know what? As Black people, we've always really believed in the right thing anyway. Right. Now, man, more than ever, we got to stick together. We got to understand how important it is to stick together.
And it's gotten to the point where people are now having to film the funerals. People can't even come. Wow. They give a limited amount of people that can even be at the funeral. Now, you already know the funeral is all day for Black folk. It's all day.
Right. All day.
All day.
Absolutely.
And you telling me I can't go see my grandmother or my friend?
Yeah. I'm telling you.
That don't work. Yeah, that don't,
especially with Black
work.
People. No. At our home goings.
At our home goings.
Last all day.
All day.
No question about it.
All day.
Magic thing not to be able to do that. Yeah. Absolutely.
I can't even get I can't even go see Granny, and you telling me I can't come?
No, that's amazing.
They give a limit.
That doesn't work.
They give a limit on how many people, and now you got to choose how many people gonna go. And now the cousin mad because you didn't choose them.
man, tell me about it. I done been there. Believe me.
I know. Now you got to stream it on here, and the sister of the grandmother, she don't know nothing about no streaming. She don't know nothing about looking on the phone.
Right. Oh my God, you sound like you've been with my family, Cam.
Trust me, my family has done that.
I mean, I'm gonna be very honest with you. You got a beautiful show, Cam, but this is the first time. If I try to figure out how is he even doing this. I know we here looking at it, all that's good.
Right.
But how, we just learned about, what you call it, streaming? We just learned about we don't know nothing about streaming. I have no idea.
Absolutely. And now you telling me I got to stream the funeral? I can't go my sister? I can't go see her? What are you saying?
Oh, it's beautiful.
Oh, my God. Guys, what would you like to leave with the viewers? Let's start with you, Walter. What would you like to leave with the viewers?
I'd just like to say to our fans, man, who've been with us this whole 54 years, they're the most loyal. I mean, we can't do anything without them. We want you to know how much we appreciate you. As a matter of fact, Scotty mentioned earlier when we were talking about, Nick came to us a few years ago. We lost Nick in 2016.
Yeah.
But about 5 years prior to that, you know what? Nick came, he said, fellas, we need to write a song to our fans, letting them know how much we appreciate them.
Yes.
So he wrote this song called The Whispers Love You Too.
Mm-hmm.
And, you can go on YouTube or wherever you want to look. It's everywhere.
Yes.
Go on and listen to that song because it'll let you know how the Whispers feel about how you feel about them. I want to say to all our fans, man, thanks for being with us this long. Mm-hmm. We never dreamed that we'd be here for 54 years, but it could not have happened had we not had you. So thank you. That's what I want to say to our fans.
Absolutely. Scotty?
Well, I can't, he stole all of my heat, but I don't know no other way to say it. I mean, thank you doesn't seem like it's enough, but Walt's right. We understand and we don't take it for granted that the fact that we're still here after 54 years doing what we love to do, there's two reasons for that. Number one reason is the man upstairs, and number two is you, the fans. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts to allow us to still be here, and it looks like we're gonna be even a little longer than what we thought. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I first want to thank the two of you, as well as Lavelle. I want to thank you all for being the class act that you've always been for 50 plus years, 54 years, of staying in it, staying in the business, educating us, still having the class that you all have had. I want you all to know we appreciate you. We thank you for continuing and never to stop. We're thanking you for each time that you all have had to go through racial things that have happened over the years. If they've told you to stay on the bus or whatever, you've gone to these cities that are very racist, I'm sure, over the years. You've dealt with certain things that you've had to go through the back of the place just to get in. You've had to stay on the bus and eat and things like that, I'm sure, because of all those years in the 60s, 70s, and whatever else, even today in 2020. Thank you for continuing. Thank you for everything that you all are doing just to do the show and the business. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Cam. Thank you, Cam. Scotty said it earlier, man. We don't take it for granted, man. We appreciate you, my brother. We love you. And thank you so much for giving us this opportunity.
Yes. Thank you and love you back. I appreciate you.
God bless you.
God bless you too.
All right, man. Take care.
Take care. Bye-bye. Let's see what we have going on tomorrow and the rest of the week.